Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 138 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 138 is When a Narcissist Loses Interest. So, when you are dealing with a narcissist and it seems like they have lost some interest in you, what's really going on here? Well, there's a number of things that could actually be going on here. And as we've studied in previous N.A.R.C.N episodes and talked about, one of the primary things that could be going on is simply that the narcissist has actually acquired a new appliance, and they are putting all of their energy into that particular appliance instead of putting it into interacting with you. But what else can actually affect a narcissist in the way that they disengage or that they seemingly lose interest in you? Well, there's a number of things that can actually affect this, and we're just going to talk here briefly about a couple of those things just to give you guys an idea if you're not already aware of what these things are. So, when a narcissist actually loses interest in you, besides it being because of a third party that they're now dealing with, or just another interest that they're dealing with, what are the other reasons that they could be doing this? Well, of course, one of the reasons is the simple fact that you yourself may not be providing them with the fuel that they require. Maybe you're not giving them a lot of attention. Maybe you're not fueling them in the positive ways that they need, or again, perhaps even in the negative ways that they need, because as we know, narcissists love lots of positive attention, but depending on the type of narcissist, a lot of them also require a lot of negative attention. They like to start fights because that gives them challenge fuel, and this is part of what the narcissist does. You can do something very simple that can set them off, and that will start an argument with them, or a fight, or even a disengagement with them, where they don't talk to you and they are seemingly assuming all the control because they don't have to have dialogue with you now. And this is one of the reasons why the narcissist may lose interest in you. If they're not getting the fuel, positive or negative, out of you that they need, they will get that fuel from someplace else. Narcissists, as well as bipolar disorder people and a few other disorders, a few other psychological disorders, or in particular behavioral disorder people here, commonly have problems where when they don't get attention off of somebody in a way that's required by them, they will often disengage and show sudden lack of interest in dealing with you, or sudden lack of interest in you altogether. And these are some of the things that actually occur, and this is one of the things that can occur here, is just you are not giving them fuel all of a sudden that they require. Now, this fuel can be of various natures. It can simply be that you are not engaging with them in an interactive way where they are having enough dialogue with you, not having the right kind of dialogue with you, not getting to fight with you enough is another thing. All of these things can affect a narcissist in a way where it affects how they deal with you. But by the same comparison, they could be losing interest in you simply because that new appliance that they're dealing with, or that new victim that they're dealing with, gives them better attention than you do, or the attention is new because it's a new person that they're dealing with. These are all reasons why the narcissist loses interest. It can be that that person that they're dealing with has suddenly become their focus sexually all of a sudden because this person is new and they're trying to groom this appliance to get them into their fuel matrix. This is another interest that they lose, another reason they lose interest in you. But there's a great many reasons why they can lose interest in you. They can simply lose interest in you because it's that cyclic time for that narcissist to start disengaging with you. Excuse me. And when they start disengaging with you, they come to a point where we've talked about before with narcissists where they have up and down cycles that you can clock with them. You may just be at that time with a narcissist where you are in a cyclic devaluation period with them. They've arrived at that time where they see maybe things are going too good with you, and of course because the narcissist mind is kind of messed up, and a lot of them suffer from the idea that they will be abandoned at some particular time, because a lot of them have experienced abandonment in their early lives when they were children, or when they were adolescents, or even in early adulthood, because when they deal with people, often people realize they're messed up and they don't want to deal with them, and they abandon these people. Narcissists are commonly abandoned a lot of the time because they present behavior that's hard to deal with for normal people, and normal people often go, well, fuck this, I don't want to deal with this person in this way, I'm just going to leave this person be and go on to the next person who doesn't seem to be all messed up in the head. So narcissists have very fragile egos in this way too, because they sometimes have very deep abandonment issues, and if they feel that things are going too well, they put you into a devaluation, so they abandon you first before you can abandon them. I know this all sounds psychologically crazy, but this is the way that the mind of narcissists actually work, and this is something that we all have to deal with them. And of course, it can vary depending on the narcissist and the type of narcissist that you deal with, and the level and their experience and everything that they have going on their end. But these are all universal things that everybody does have to deal with the narcissist, just in different ways at different times. Again, when a narcissist is showing lack of interest in you, it can be for a great many reasons. But I can assure you one thing here. Those reasons probably have little to do with you. If you aren't a narcissist yourself and you're not involved with a narcissist, then there's no probably real serious imbalance from your end with this person. This narcissist is behaving this way with you and showing disinterest in you all of a sudden simply because this is part of how they are. This is the imbalance that all narcissists suffer from. This is the fragility that all narcissists suffer from. Narcissists are by their nature very egotistically fragile people. And this comes from the experience that they have had that has formed them into being narcissists. So when they start to exhibit a lack of interest in you, you can rest assured that something is going on that's causing this, and it probably doesn't really have much to do with you. Now, when I've said earlier in this video that you could be possibly not providing this narcissist with the appropriate attention that they want, that doesn't mean that you aren't providing them with attention. It just means that your attention perhaps is not exactly what they want at the moment, or perhaps it isn't as good as the next person that's providing them with attention. It does not mean that you are at fault necessarily for them losing interest in you. It is possible that you may have some things that you're doing that are causing this to happen. But I found with the great majority of people that I am in contact with on my N.A.R.C.N network that have explained their situations in great detail to me about the narcissists that they're dealing with, the vast majority of experiences that I come across indicate that those narcissistic victims are not really doing much to actually influence that narcissist to put them into a devaluation period or to put them into a lack of interest period. They are just conducting themselves the normal way they've always been conducting themselves with that narcissist, and it's the narcissists themselves that are choosing to show lack of interest in that victim in some particular way, because as we know, this is just the cyclic nature of the narcissist. So when you're looking as to why the narcissist actually can lose interest in you, these are some of the particular factors that could be going on. There could be other factors going on. We may touch on this in a later date in another video. But I can assure you here that when a narcissist is suddenly not showing you interest, it's probably largely due to something that's going on their end, and a lot less to do with what's going on with you on your end. Narcissists just have a tendency to do this. It's part of what they are, part of how they behave, part of what they do, part of their cyclic nature, part of their fragile egos. This is all what has to do with why the narcissist is suddenly not showing you very much interest. It has much more to do with them than it likely has to do with you. So this is just something I wanted to express here in episode 138. I'm going to say to you guys, please stay tuned. I have lots of new content coming up. I've been a little bit slow lately with producing videos because I've been busy with some other things in my life. But I'm going to get back on doing this here, and I'm going to present you guys with some new videos both on the N.A.R.C.N network and on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Please stay tuned for that stuff. And I'm just going to say, hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you really soon with some new upcoming content.